you doing? Charlie Winters here with some selections for the 6th of February on the Wolverhampton race card for this evening. So I wasn't going to give any, but I've had a good look through. I had a quick look through yesterday, but I mainly concentrated on the Carlisle card. Well, I think there's 4 horses that have got decent chances. Some more than others. Some are like a bit. I'm being a bit optimistic, to be honest, but let me get into it. So it's a 20 pence each way Yankee, 20 pence each way doubles, and 60 pence each way accumulator. Comes to £8 in total. So the first selection is Visibility at 9 to 1. I've taken all the prices, by the way. Visibility at 9 to 1 in the 7 o'clock at Wolverhampton, paying 4 places instead of 3. I think 1.5 miles a furlong is right up its street. It's been over a bit shorter and a bit further, but I think it's suited by the 1.5 miles a furlong. And I also think it needs to be slightly off the pace and not forcing it. Basically ridden with a bit more restraint. The second selection is Grand Central at 18 to 1 in the 7:30 at Wolverhampton. This is the first 2 only, so it's a bit tricky really. But if I'm being honest, I think if it could get an easy lead, it could make them all go. Maybe not so much the favourite, but I think it could certainly ask a few questions because there's an awful lot of horses in that race that have got question marks. And although it doesn't look as though it's been running that well, I think it's been running better than it actually looks. The third selection is Screaming, Leargale at 8 to 1 in the 8 o'clock at Wolverhampton. Basically, I do think the favourite will win, but obviously at 2 to 5 with a penalty, you can't really back it. I think there's too many question marks over the second favourite. It had a wind operation 2 outings ago. The only thing I can't trust, I probably think it ran a better race than it looked last time. It was given a racing post rating of 53, but it was coming off a wind up, but it was also ridden towards the rear. And basically, I know Southwell's kickback isn't like it used to be, but you don't want to be behind at Southwell. So that run was probably better than it first looked of the second favourite. But Screaming Leargale, it's only ever had 1 run, and its performance merited a racing post rating of 63. So that's more than the second favourite. So I think if it granted improvement or slight improvement, I think it's not guaranteed to come second, but I think it's a form pick to come second, unless the second favourite, I can't remember what its name is right now, but if the second favourite basically can't reproduce some of its previous form, well, I do fancy Screaming Leargale to snatch that second place. And finally, International Law at 9 to 1 in the 8:30 at Wolverhampton, paying 4 places instead of 3. If it runs its race, in my opinion, it gets placed. It's as simple as that. It's been tried over further, tried over shorter, tried over different courses, and I think this 1.4 mile furlong is right up International Law's alley. To be honest, basically, I think it'll be mid-division. It'll be travelling really well, and we'll be looking at it, getting frustrated, thinking, are you going to go on it or what? And it's one of them horses that will be finishing fast late on. Whether it gets in the places, I don't know. Hopefully, if it runs its race, it should at least snatch one of the places late on. If not, hopefully come to win the race. But that's how I read it anyway. So those are the 4 selections. I haven't really gone on to the win side. I'm basically thinking we should really get a place double at least out of some of these. So the tasty prices. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.